Please give us the name.
Senior Commissioner of Police, Chelimo Biata. This request was addressed to a Chief Licensing Officer, Ministry of Works and Transport,
For which purpose?
The purpose was to ask for information relating to as to whether the accused person has a valid Ugandan driving permit and any other information.
Why did you ask for this information?
My Lord, because during our investigations, we established that accused had hired a vehicle and driven it himself all the way from Chanja to the daycare a day before, second, when he committed the offense.
Interpret.
Ekirala kye nakola era nabaga ebbaluwa mukama wange n'agitwala mukama wange ogisako omukono mukama wange SCP Chelimo Biata nga bagiwandiikira omukulu akola ku Ministry of Works by'entambula ng'era twatusa.
Yes, my officer, that the accused had only been given a learner's permit, which at the time of request had expired.
Learner's permit, which at the time had expired.
Which at the time of request?
Yes, had expired.
Are we in position to identify?
Yes, my Lord, I can be able to identify it by its content, the date of drafting, and the signature of Senior Commissioner of Police Chelimo Biata, who signed it in my presence.
Nafuna okuddibwamu okuva ew'omukoa Gabaa pamiti z'okuvuga ng'etegeeza nti avunaanibwa yali yafuna pamiti ey'abayiga ng'era we twasabira pamiti eyo yali eweddeko oba yali yaggwako.
You recognize the document? Please tell court what it is.
Yes, my Lord. The document is a request letter
Dated
7th of April 2026 by Senior Commissioner of Police Chelimo Biata. Subject request for information to support investigations via the Gabaa CRB 026/2026. Chief Licensing Officer, Ministry of Works and Transport.
When is the reply dated?
The reply is dated 14th of April 2026
By
Katushabe Winston.
Katushabe
Winston.
Please.
Ebbaluwa yateekebwayo okusaba ennaku z'omwezi 7 omwezi ogwokuna omwaka 2026 nga yawandiikibwa SCP Kirimo Byata ng'esaba okuweebwa ebinayamba mu kunoonyereza ku musango ogwa Gabaa CRB 026 kasala 226 ng'era bagiwandiikira akulira okugaba pamiti mu kitongole ekyebyentambula ng'era eno okuddibwamu kwawandikibwa ennaku z'omwezi 14 omwezi ogwokuna omwaka 2026 nga kwateekebwako omukono Katushabe Winston.
What is the position of Katushabe?
Katushabe is the Commissioner, Transport Regulation, Regulation and Safety,
Transport Regulation
Stroke
and Safety.
Yes. Stroke Chief Licensing Officer.
And what information did he provide?
Mr. Mwaganya, would we first have the documents admitted?
Oh, I am really sorry, I keep forgetting. My Lord, I pray that the documents admitted as exhibits.
No objection, my lord.
Okay, the request letter that was authored by SCP Chelimo Beata on the 7th of April 2026 and addressed to the Chief Licensing Officer, Ministry of Works and Transport, is admitted and it is marked PEX 14A. And the response from the Ministry of Works, authored by Mr. Katushabe Winston and dated on the 14th of April 2026, is also admitted and it is marked PEX 14B.
Baluwa y'okusaba yawandiikibwa SCP Chelimo Beata ng'ennaku z'omwezi 7 gw'enzi ogwokuna omwaka 2026 ng'eyolekera komishona w'ebyoyo enguudo n'ebyentambula ekkiriziddwa ng'ekizibiti eky'oludda olwabi era neerambibwa ng'ekizibiti eky'14A era n'okuddamu okuva mu minisitule y'ebyentambula ng'eriko ennaku z'omwezi 14 omwezi ogwokuna omwaka 2026 naye erambiddwa ng'ekizibiti ky'oludda olwabi eky'14B.
From the reply, what information was provided?
My Lord,
in summary.
From the reply, the information that was provided is that the accused had been given a learner's permit which expired before he could complete the process of acquiring a full driving license. The information also concluded or confirmed that Mr. Onyumu Okello Christopher does not hold a valid driving license for Uganda.
Did you do any other thing other than that? Take back.
My Lord, yes. During the course of investigation, we recovered phones from the accused, which phones were subjected to forensic imaging
Yes.
and as a result we got some information relating to his bank accounts.
Okay, just tell court what role you played in this process.
In this process,
Yes.
I delegated an officer or instructed an officer by the names of Detective Inspector of Police.
We are talking about subjecting the phones for forensic imaging.
Yes, my
So
lord.
are we still on that?
Before we go to what you probably want to say, how did you handle the gadgets recovered from the accused?
I beg your pardon, my lord.
How did you participate in the process of handling the phones etc recovered from the accused?
Yes, my lord.
What did you do?
My lord, I gave instructions for the phones to be submitted to forensics for imaging and extraction of information that could be of evidential value to the case in matter. I mean a case in point here.
How did you give those instructions?
Those instructions, some I gave verbally and some I gave through minutes in the file.
Other than that?
Detective Inspector of Police. Other than that, my lord.
The name?
Mpamizo Agure. I gave instructions like I had earlier on said.
What were the instructions?
To an officer by the names of Detective Inspector of Police. So an affidavit. Mpamizo Agure. To secure court orders. Detective Inspector of Police.
And the name?
Mpamizo Agure, to enable us.
What were the instructions?
I instructed him to proceed to court, swear an affidavit, extract bank statement from the accused's bank accounts, to secure court orders, to enable us. I also told him to get a court order for purposes inspect and extract a KYC bank statements from the accused's bank accounts, mobile money printout, call data printouts of the accused's telephone number. I also told him to get a court order for purposes of obtaining a KYC, mobile money printout,
ekirala kye nakola mu kunoonyereza musango guno twazuula amasimu agaali agavunaanibwa
of the accused
era bwe gafunika nga sindika mu kitongole ekikola mu kunoonyereza ku biba bizuuliddwa binawakozesebwa ng'ebizibiti era nawa ebiragiro eri Detective Inspector wa Police Mpamizo Agure. Ekirala kye nakola mu kunoonyereza musango guno twazuula amasimu agaali agavunaanibwa ekitongole kyekebejja era bwe gafunika nga sindika mu kitongole ekikola mu kunoonyereza era nayongera biba bizuuliddwa binawakozesebwa ng'ebizibiti era nawa ebiragiro eri era nayongera nindagira Detective Inspector wa Police Mpamizo Agure, omusirikale Mpamizo Agure okugenda mu maaso essimu ezo okulayira ekirayiro asobola okuba nga agenda mu kitongole kyekebejja ebizibiti okufuna esobola okuyamba musango guno era nayongera nempa ebiragiro ebimu mu bigambo ebirala mu buwandiike nga nteeka mu maaso nemutegeeza fayiro ey'omusango guno era nayongera nindagira okugenda mu omusirikale Mpamizo Agure okugenda mu maaso okulayira ekirayiro asobola okuba nga agenda mu kooti afune ekiragiro enkuba y'amasobozesa kugenda okunoonyereza n'okujja ebikwata ku akawunti bakubaka akawunti eyavunaanibwa era nagenda mu maaso nemutegeeza afune era ekiragiro okuva mu kooti ekitukkiriza okugenda mu byempuliziganya amasimu okufuna ebikwata ku ntambuza ya ssente ku masimu enkuba y'amasimu call data era n'okuba njagala okuzuula bakubidde era za avunaanibwa ono twali tunoonyerezaako.
I caused this investigation because I wanted to find out what to establish, my lord, the lifestyle of the accused person we are dealing with. I instructed him
agenda mu maaso okukola kino okunoonyereza kuno nga njagala okuzuula enneeyisa oba embeera za avunaanibwa ono bwe twali tunoonyerezaako.
Did you also do any other thing or give any other instructions to Mpamizo?
For that record of that call, my lord, also in my instructions to Mpamizo, I instructed him
Era nayongera n'endagira omwami
Take
Mpamizo
note
okugenda mu maaso
of the
okwekebejja
call
bw'aba afunye
that the accused person
call data
made
oba
to the police
ebyakubwa ku
emergency
ssimu
line when he extracts the call
yavunaanibwa
data. He
okwetegereza
analyzes it
essimu gye yakubira kitongole kya poliisi.
and look for that.
Thank you so much. And,
Era nayongera n'endagira omwami Mpamizo okugenda mu maaso okwekebejja bw'aba afunye call data oba ebyakubwa ku ssimu yavunaanibwa okwetegereza essimu gye yakubira kitongole kya poliisi. Genda kumulamu tukomewo ng'eddakiika 5 ziyise ku ssaawa
Yes, my
6.
lord.
thank you so much. And defense, how much time do you need to cross-examine officer? I want to propose a break of about 10-15 minutes. Yes, let's come back at 5 minutes after midday.
Genda kumulamu tukomewo ng'eddakiika 5 ziyise ku ssaawa 6.
part program. Cover you had some time to move around. So you relax from 5. Then in the evening you my bag is not here. But we have many people in your group, so I believe you were moving. For you. Just bring the bag. Customer ma akamweka tulaba. You bear the consequences. Yes. Can we get glucose?
Yes. But you see that yeah, the out of excitement, out of breakfast.
Why? Awaliwo ku Lucozade. Can we get Lucozade? Eh? Bring. Big one, refrigerated with a straw probably.
Is that an issue for you, Wele? How? Okay, fine. Now, it's okay. Now, wait a minute. The issue is, now that you have Semakase, tell me how you are going to stop. You see, let me tell you, Semakase, even one of the reasons is why you tell me, it's okay. But if this is right now, there is one member even if you are giving a super
oli yabadde off. Oli yabadde off. Omanyi actually ani akateese
afternoon. Let's settle. The judge is coming in now.
Criminal Session Case number 132 of 2026, Uganda versus Cros.
Hello,
Okello
good afternoon.
Onyumu.
Let's settle. The judge is coming in now.
Criminal Session Case number 132 of 2026, Uganda versus Cros. Okello Onyumu.
Who is cross-examining?
Apande.
Yes, my lord.
Thank you for investigating this matter.
Who is cross-examining?
It has put the whole nation on tension, and therefore court is investigating to find out the truth. Thank you. And you confirm to court that you interacted with this person with other two police officers, including this Atube.
Yes, my lord.
Twayogerezeganya n'avunaanibwa n'abasirikale abalala okuli
Thank you for investigating this matter. You and Atube put the whole nation on tension. His boss, and therefore court is investigating.
Yes, my
to
lord.
find out the truth. Thank you. After interacting with this suspect, and you confirmed to court went ahead and recorded a charge and a plain statement. Interacted with this person with other two
Yes, my lord.
police officers, including Atube.
Yes, my lord.
Are you aware that
twayogerezeganya
information
n'avunaanibwa
you got
n'abasirikale
from him
abalala okuli ne Atube
influenced his
You
writing
and
the plain statement?
You
from
are
the
his
suspect?
boss. Yes, my lord.
The question?
Are you aware the information after interacting with this suspect, he went ahead and recorded a charge and a plain statement? He's recording the plain statement
my
from
lord.
the suspect.
You're saying that the
Are you aware
information on
that
the plain statement was
the
influenced by
information
other
you got
conversations?
from
Is that
him,
what you're saying?
yes, influenced his
My lord.
writing the plain statement from the
Atube
suspect?
is a police officer.
What's the question?
Are you aware
He is a detective
the information you got from the suspect
and
together
an investigator.
with Mr. Otube
So his presence
influenced
when I was
his
interviewing
recording
the
the
suspect,
plain statement from the suspect?
I think all I know, first of all, is lawful,
So you're saying that the
And I don't think
information on
the
the plain
statement he
statement
recorded
was influenced by the earlier
was
conversation?
influenced
That's
Yes.
what you're
anyway.
saying?
Yes.
I have got counsel's question
My lord.
very well. My lord,
That's the question I asked you. Was he
Atube
influenced
is
or
a
not?
police officer. He was not influenced.
Afande, I
He is-
asked you
he
a
is a
question.
detective.
So will I be correct before taking Afande, the plain
first answer
statement
my
And
question.
an
about
investigator.
the suspect
So
already?
his presence when I was interviewing the suspect, Atube listened to the
Will I
interview.
be correct?
I think all I know,
Tell me yes or no.
First
Will
of
I
all,
be
is
correct
lawful.
He had information before writing the statement.
and I don't think the statement he recorded was
Afande, you are
influenced
right. Yes,
anyway, if I have
you will be
got
correct
counsel's
because
question. He
Okay.
was there when I was interviewing.
Afande, that's the
Listen
question
to
I
the
asked
next
you.
question.
Influenced
oba
or
mutuufu
not?
okugamba nti
He was not
Atube
influenced.
yaliriwo nga njogerezeganya
So will I
n'ono
be correct
avunaani-
before taking the
avunaanibwa
plain
era nga
statement? He
tannakola
had
statement,
information
Atube
about
yaliwo.
the suspect already.
Afande,
You
Atube
said you
listened to
went.
the
Will I
interview.
be
house.
correct?
Yes, my lord.
Tell me
You
yes
found
or
no
no.
mattress.
Will I be correct? He had information
Yes, my
before
lord.
writing the statement. Will I be? It is very to say. It's very unusual. Fande, you are right. for
Yes,
somebody
you will be correct
not to have
because
a
he was
mattress
there
in
when
his
I was
house.
interviewing.
Listen to
Yeah,
the next
oba
question.
mutuufu-
Say it
oba
is
mutuufu
very
okugamba
unusual.
nti
That's
Atube
his evidence?
yaliriwo nga
My lord, it's in
njogerezeganya
his
But
plain-
then
it's in his
n'ono
statement.
avunaanibwa era nga tannakola statement
Introducing
Atube yaliwo.
strange evidence.
Afande,
It is not on the court record.
You
So
said
if
you
have
went
put
to his
something and
house.
You seem to be making reference.
Yes, my lord.
then
And
would
you
first
found no
introduce
mattress.
That information.
Thank
Yes,
you,
my lord.
Will I be? It is very to say. It's very unusual for somebody not to have a mattress in his house. Recorded.
Kaba omujuliza
Will I say it is
ye.
very
Did
unusual?
that come through his evidence about the mattress?
My lord, it's in his plain.
But
It's
then
in
you
his
don't-
statement.
You're introducing some strange evidence. It is not on the court record. So if you have to bring something and you seem to be making reference, then you first introduce that information.
Thank you, my lord. I therefore pray that my land colleague gives him the police statement he recorded.
Kaba omujuliza weebwe statement ye gyeyawandiika.
Are you there?
Yes, my lord.
Okay, look at your last page and the last words. The second last line, the third last line of your statement. Have you seen the word no mattress?
You are talking of the last page of
Are
my
you there?
statement? Yes, my lord.
Okay, look at your second last page and the
statement.
last words. Then the
Second last, or
second last, okay, second last page,
Second last page. Yes.
then the third last
The
line.
second
last line,
Yes,
The
my
third
lord, I
last
see.
line of your statement.
Yes.
Will I be right to say
Have
it's
you
very
seen the
unusual
word no
somebody to
mattress?
rent a house without a mattress to sleep on?
You are talking of the last page of my statement. It may appear unusual.
Okay.
But
It is
that
the
is
second
the
last
fact and the
page
truth I
of
found
your
on ground.
statement. Okay.
Statement yange mulimu nti nasanga temuli mufaliso.
Then the
Second last, last,
ekyo ekituufu
second last,
temuli
okay,
mufaliso.
second last page,
Second last page. Yes.
then the third last line.
Yes, my lord, I see it.
You have seen no mattress.
Yes.
Will I be right to say it's
Apparently.
very unusual somebody
What is
to
your
rent a house
experience in
without a
investigation?
mattress to sleep on? How many years have you spent in investigation?
It may appear unusual, my lord,
Okay.
but that is the fact or the truth I found on ground.
Okay.
Statement yange mulimu nti
Okay.
nasanga temuli mufaliso era kiyinza okulabika ng'ekitali kya bulijjo naye ng'ekyo ekituufu kye nazuula temwali mufaliso.
In your experience and wisdom of investigations, is it usual for somebody to commit this kind of murder? What is your experience in investigation? How many years have you spent in investigations?
My lord, I have
Yes,
5
it is
years
possible.
experience in
Is it
investigation.
Okay.
It is
Nina
possible.
obukugu wa myaka
How
5
many-
mu kunoonyereza. Tekisoboka omuntu
In your
Okuza
experience
omusango
and wisdom of
gw'obutemunga guno,
investigations, is
emisana
it
tu-
usual for somebody in your 5 years
commit
of
this
experience
kind of murder?
how many have you come across in broad daylight offenses committed in that day, broad daylight, for purposes of sacrifice?
Yes, it is My possible. lord,
Is it usual?
in my 5 years, it is possible.
Okay, how many?
Experience in investigation.
tekisoboka omuntu
This is the
okuzza
first case.
omusango gw'obutemunga guno emisana tu.
However, there are other cases where people have been murdered.
In your 5 years of experience, how many have you come
you, Afande.
across the
Mu myaka
offenses
etaano,
committed in that
nkoledde
day,
omulimu
broad
gw'okunoonyereza
daylight,
guno
in
gwe
that
musango
nature?
ogusoose okulaba omusango ogukuttibwa okw'ekika kino naye
My lord,
emabega waliwo emisango emirala egiziddwa mu
in
nkula
my
y'emu
5-year
egigenda mu maaso n'okuba nga gyolezebwa.
experience in investigation,
There are some unique documents that are on court record.
this is the first case
Certificate of good
of
conduct.
this nature.
Document
However, there are other cases
of
where people have
America
been murdered that are
saying
previously handled.
of normal mental
Thank you,
status.
Afande.
Ti mu myaka etaano byenkoledde omulimu gw'okunoonyereza guno gwe musango ogusoose
I
okulaba
do
omusango
believe that if
okukuttibwa
somebody is issued
okw'ekika kino naye
with a certificate
emabega
of
waliwo
good
emisango emirala
conduct has no
egiziddwa
criminal
mu nkula y'emu egigenda mu maaso n'okuba nga gyolezebwa.
Funded, there are some unique
That
documents
may
that
appear
are on
true.
court record already. Certificate of good
Okay.
conduct, document from the embassy of America
Omuntu akweba certificate eraga nti yeeyisa
saying
bulungi
of normal
kiyinza okuba
mental
kituufu nti aba
status
tazzangako ku musango.
and has no criminal record. Okay, I do believe that if somebody is issued, that right, with
I
a certificate
supervise
of
the
good
investigation.
conduct, he has no criminal record. That means
Is
you
that
are
true?
part of the IOs.
Yes, my lord.
Okay.
Nali omu ku baanoonyeza musango guno.
That may appear true.
Okay.
Yes.
Omuntu akweba certificate eraga nti yeeyisa bulungi kiyinza okuba kituufu nti aba tazzangako ku musango.
Will I be right
Okay,
to say that
you
the
are the IO
information
of this
this
matter.
person spent some
That right?
month,
I
8 to 9
supervised
months
the
in
investigations.
Tanzania. when he was receiving. That means you are part of the IOs.
Yes, my lord.
Okay.
Nali omu ku baanoonyeza musango guno.
Okay.
Ekituufu 5 ku 8 ng'afuna obujjanjabi.
How long?
8 to 9 months.
Myezi 8 ku 9.
Will I be right to say that there is information this person spent some month, 8 to 9 months in Butabika when he was receiving treatment?
Yes, that information is there.
Okay. Will I be right also to say
omuntu ono yamala ebbanga mu ddwaliro Butabika myezi 5 ku 8 ng'afuna obujjanjabi.
To 2025, he had episodes of mental 8 to 9 months.
No, my lord.
Myezi 8 ku 9.
I am not in possession of such information.
Sirina kyebimanyiiko ekyokuba nti omuntu eno yali.
Yes, my lord.
Obulwadde bw'obutafu bw'omutwe obw'okuba nti yalinga atabuka omutwe mu wakati wa 2016 ne 2025.
Will I be right also to say that you are in possession of information that between 2016 to 2025 he had episodes of mental illness? Did you
No,
get
my
an
lord.
opportunity to look at
I
PF24?
am not in possession of such information. Yes, I did.
Did you read?
Sirina kyebimanyiiko ekyokuba nti omuntu eno yali ko obulwadde bw'obutafu bw'omutwe obw'okuba nti yalinga atabuka omutwe mu wakati wa 2016 ne 2025.
The information is there, and I believe the author of the information was before this court, and he explained that report, my lord.
Okusinziira nti nali omu ku banoonyereza.
Since you are part of the investigators, did you get an opportunity to look at PF24?
Olwaleero nagisoma bulungi era
Yes, I did.
kwebiri era
Did you read?
Eyakola yawandika ebbaluwa eyo yajja mu kooti muno na
And you believe that information is not there? So will I be right to say
The information is there,
that if you read that
and I believe the author of the information was before this court,
you are in possession of
and
the
he explained
information?
that report, my lord.
Okusinziira nti nali omu ku banoonyereza mu musango guno era nga natunula ku bbaluwa okwekebejjezebwa avunaanibwa.
Yes, the information is there.
Olwaleero nagisoma bulungi era n'ebyo byogera ku ebiri era nsuubira nti eyakola eyawandika ebbaluwa eyo yajja mu kooti muno n'aginnyonnyolera.
So will I be right to say
mu lipooti okwekebejjezebwa avunaanibwa
that if you read that PF25 and you find that information, you are in possession of the information?
The medical form is there.
Yes,
And
I
the
found answer the question.
Yes, the
Afande.
information is there.
In your wisdom and experience of 5 years, I want to put it to you that it was wrong for
Yes,
you
my
to
lord.
say you are not aware. You know the importance. Let us continue. Of statements
tikituufu ebyogerwa bya mu ebiri mu lipooti okwekebejjezebwa avunaanibwa
of his actions. You know the importance.
Yes.
What is the question?
In his wisdom and experience, he knows the importance when the suspect says, Afande, that I know the consequences. In your wisdom and experience of 5 years,
Yes, my lord.
you know the importance of statements that Afande, the suspect
Yes, my lord.
knows the consequences of his actions. Very crucial in investigations. You know the importance.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Okay. Look at your
What is
statement
the
again.
question?
Open where in his wisdom and experience, he knows the importance when the suspect says that I know the consequences of my words. I do believe you are familiar my with action. Your statement.
Yes, my lord.
Okay. Will I be right to say
proceed.
the statement that the accused told you that he knows the consequences
Yes, my lord.
and the results of his actions is not in your statement? So it is very crucial in investigations.
My lord, yes, it
I
is.
found the first answer the question. Okay. Will I be right to say look at your statement again?
My lord,
open where it is.
During the course of investigation,
I found the first answer the question, then I will ask for explanation. You are there? We are going there, Afande.
yes, I am there.
Answer. Will I be right? I do believe you are familiar with your statement. Or if it is there, can you
Yes,
read
my
it
lord.
to court? Okay. Will I be right to say the statement that the accused told you that he knows the consequences and the results of his actions is not in your statement?
My lord,
I found the first answer the question. Will I be right to say so?
my lord, during the course of investigation,
I found the first answer the question, then I will ask for explanation. We are going there, Afande. Answer. Will I be right it's not there? Or if it is there, can you read it to court?
that particular aspect, my lord, may not be in the statement. That particular item is not in my statement.
Okay.
May not or is not?
Since you are IO, there are many other statements that the accused wrote. Are you aware that that statement is still lacking in his plain charge and caution statement and other statements from other officers? I found it to be precise. I've read through your statement several times. It's not there. Fande, say yes or no.
My
Not
lord,
aware.
that particular item is not in my statement. Maybe I need to read
Okay.
this statement and confirm. Because this is
Since you are IO,
different officers.
there are many other statements that the accused wrote.
That is true.
But I want to tell you that are you aware that that statement is still lacking in his plain charge and caution statement and other statements from
before a
other
magistrate?
officers?
He apologized.
We haven't reached there. I will ask you about the extrajudicial statement. Say yes or no.
Statements he made.
I'm not aware. Charge and caution plain statement.
Maybe I need to read this
We are going
statement
there.
and confirm. Because these statements were taken by different officers.
Okay, if you think he apologized, that is true.
At the
But I
time
want
you
to tell
were
you
questioning
that they are not
him.
there. We
Did
continue.
you have
Okay,
any
yakora
proof
statement.
as
But
to
in
his
an
health status?
extrajudicial statement that he made before a magistrate, at that material time, he apologized.
We haven't reached
Budenze we
there.
namubuuliza okumujjako we
I will
namubuuliza
ask you about
nali
the extrajudicial
sinaawo
statement.
Of course, you are quoting all the statements he made.
I say the charge and caution plain statement. We are going there. Okay, if you think he apologized,
You
at
say
the time you were in questioning him that did you have any proof as to his health status? Is it in your statement? That line.
At that material time, no.
Okay.
No,
Budenze
it
we
is not.
namubuuliza okumujjako we namubuuliza nali sinaawo bukakafu bukwata kuvuya ku nsonga ya bulamu bwe yali akuba.
Did you read his plain statement? Will I be right? It's also not there.
you
I
said
read through his plain statement.
In court here, not there, isn't that he had a police line to call. Is it in your statement? That line. We have many other witnesses. Answer. Kindly.
No, it is not. Is it true?
Tekiri mu statement yange nti Okello yalina
So you want
police
court to write it may
gyali akuba.
be not true. Did you read his plain statement?
Officer,
Will I
please
be
answer
right?
the
It's also
question.
not
Does it
there.
appear in the plain statement of Mr. Okello, that issue of the police line?
I read
It's a
through his
simple
plain
question.
statement.
My lord, it is not there. Isn't that true? Are you aware or you are not aware? Please, we want to continue. You may not be aware.
My lord, for now, I may not be so
Apparently,
sure
we have many
whether
other
it is there
witnesses.
or
Answer.
not.
Kindly answer.
It may be true.
Oba mu statement ya Okello mwekiri nti ina police.
So you want court to write it may be not true.
Officer, please answer the question. Does it appear in the plain statement of
Afande.
Mr. Okello, that issue
Will I
of
be
the
right to
police
say
line?
that
It's a
a
simple
knife
question.
My
or
lord.
knives are you aware or you are not aware? Please, we want to continue. You may not be aware.
Yes, my lord, for now, I may not be so sure whether it is there or not.
Ebikozesebwa ewaka. Kisekakasa
And
saawa
also
zino oba
confirm that
mu statement ya Okello mwekiri nti
told you
ina line ya
has
police.
or is intending to do agriculture in Noya district.
Yes.
Oba mtuufu
Okay,
ogamba nti
Afande,
Okello
will I be right to
yantegeeza
say
nti yali
that
ateekateeka
a knife
okukola
or
ebyobulimi
knives
mu district
are
y'Enyoya.
domestic common tools at home?
Yes, you're right.
Oba mutuufu okugamba nti akambe oba obwambe ebintu
Afande,
ebikozesebwa ewaka.
you know the
Bya bulijjo.
importance of lifting and you also confirm that fingerprints. The suspect told you he has
Yes, I do.
or is intending to do agriculture
Naye
in
obukulu
Noya
bw'okuggyako
district.
avunaanibwa ebyenkumu.
Yes.
Are you aware that yesterday
Oba
we
mutuufu
were told
ogamba
that
nti
was not done?
Okello yantegeeza nti yali ateekateeka okukola ebyobulimi mu disitulikiti y'Enyoya.
Lifting the suspect's fingerprints?
Yes. Afande,
You rephrase the
you
question.
know the importance of lifting the suspect's fingerprint. Is he aware that somebody came here yesterday?
Yes, I do.
Said the suspect's fingerprints
Manyi
were
obukulu
not lifted.
bw'okuggyako avunaanibwa ebyenkumu.
From what?
Are you aware that yesterday we were told that was not done?
Specifically, which item?
My lord, they recovered many items at the scene of crime.
And specifically,
At his
Lifting
home.
the suspect's fingerprints?
specifically,
Yes.
which item are you talking about?
My lord, it
Counsel,
could be
you
From
rephrase
the
the question.
dead bodies,
From what?
the children. My lord, I'm asking him, is he aware that somebody came here yesterday and said the suspect, that the fingerprints were not lifted?
You are not
My
lifted
lord,
from what?
As far
Go
as
and
the evidence
examine
that
whether
were
he
recovered
interacted with the items
at
they are
the
talking
scene
about.
is concerned,
Specifically, which item?
all of those
My lord,
exhibits
they
were
recovered many items at the scene of
properly
crime.
And
processed.
specifically,
At his home,
Where lifting
Okay,
fingerprints
specifically,
was
what
needed,
are
it was
you
done.
which item are you
Swabs
talking
were
about?
taken,
my lord, it could be the
and all of
dead
those
bodies, the
exhibits
children
were
he
submitted
cut,
to
the
forensics
alleged cut,
for analysis,
the knives,
including samples from the
clothes,
accused person.
all that
Bikwatagana
that they talked
ku
about.
bizibiti ebyasangibwa mu kifo ewazibwa omusango.
My lord,
Byonna byagobererwa
as far as
emitendera
the exhibits
egyetaagisa era
that were
n'okutwalibwa mu
recovered
bakugu abeekebejja
at the
ebizibiti
scene is
era
concerned,
n'ebinkumu ebyali byetaagisa
all of those
byabajjibwako
exhibits
nga
were
kugyeko n'okujja
properly processed.
kwavunaanibwa.
Where lifting fingerprints was needed, it was done. Swabs were taken, and all of those exhibits were
Afande, in
submitted
your
to
5 years
forensics
of
for
experience
analysis,
plus wisdom,
including samples
in
from the
case the
accused person.
fingerprints of the suspect
Ku
were
bikwatagana ku
Would that
bizibiti
be
ebyasangibwa mu kifo ewazibwa
dangerous
omusango,
to your case?
byonna byagobererwa emitendera
Lifted
egyetaagisa
from
era
where
n'okutwalibwa mu
my
bakugu abeekebejja
I'm
ebizibiti
talking about
era
fingerprints. I hope
n'ebinkumu
you know.
ebyali byetaagisa byabajjibwako nga kugyeko n'okujja kwavunaanibwa.
Fingerprints are taken depending on whichever purpose you require them for.
I'm asking.
For example, when we arrest people and we
Afande,
take them
in
into
your
our custody,
5 years of
whoever enters
experience
into our
plus
custody
wisdom,
are always fingerprinted.
in case the fingerprints of the
Afande,
suspect were not
secondly,
lifted, would
when an
that
offense
be
happens and we
dangerous?
visit the scene of
Afande, I
the
will look
crime,
for that explanation from you, but first answer the
lifted
question.
from
Kindly.
where, my counsel?
Kindly, I look for that explanation. I'm talking about
I
his
look for that
fingerprints. I hope you know it, and we are going there, but answer this question.
My lord,
Kindly, can you answer
fingerprints
the way I put it to you?
are taken depending on whichever purpose you
Will I
require
be
them
right
for.
to say,
I'm asking,
in
For
case
example,
his fingerprints were not
When we
lifted,
arrest people and we
is
take people
dangerous
into our
to your
custody,
case, in your
whoever
wisdom and
enters into our
experience?
custody are always
We've understood the
fingerprinted.
question.
Yes.
That failure to
Afande.
extract
Secondly,
fingerprints or
when
leaf
an offense happens
is,
and we visit
um,
scenes
Afande, I
of
will look
crime,
for that explanation from
Yes.
you, but
Answer
first
that
answer the question.
yeah, it
Kindly,
Okay, we
kindly, I look for
continue.
that
kimanyi bulungi
explanation.
nti obutajja
I
binkumu
look for
ku
that
muntu akwatiddwa ateeberezebwa okuzza
And we are
omusango
going there, but
kiba
answer
kya
this
bulabe
question.
ku musango oguba gunoonyezebwa.
Kindly, can you answer the way I put it to you?
Can you repeat the question?
Will I be right to say, in case his fingerprints were not lifted, it is dangerous to
Afande,
your
are you
case,
in
in your
possession
wisdom
of
and
information
experience from the suspect?
We've
that
understood
at
the question.
time
That
Yes.
of
failure
arrest,
to
he
extract
had a lot of
fingerprints
painkillers
or
to
leaves
include
is
diclofenac,
detrimental to your case.
Yes.
Can you
Tramadol,
answer that question?
and that
yeah,
the
it is.
purpose were
Okay, we continue.
Kimanyi
preventing
bulungi
from
nti obutajja
pain.
binkumu ku muntu akwatiddwa ateeberezebwa okuzza omusango kiba kya bulabe
Lord.
ku musango oguba gunoonyezebwako.
During the arrest of the accused person, some drugs were recovered from his bag.
Afande, are you in
Twakwatira
possession of
nani
information from the suspect
Waliwo
that at the time of
amakerenda
arrest,
agaasangibwa mu
he
nsawo
had a lot of painkillers to include diclofenac, tramadol, and that the purpose were
You remember
to
him
prevent
or
him
in
from
your
feeling
file telling
pain.
you
That the previous day had a lot
My
of
lord.
pain.
No. During the arrest of
Kugamba
the
nti
accused person,
olunaku emabega yali alina obulumi bungi.
some drugs were recovered from
Afande,
his
have you
bag.
prepared another outcome?
We twakwatira avunaanibwa ono
That is not his.
Waliwo
It is for the prosecution.
amakerenda agaasangibwa mu nsawo ye.
My lord. Do you remember him or in your file telling you that the previous day he had a lot of pain? Afande, since you are in possession of
Kijjukira kugamba
statements
nti
about his
olunaku
mental
emabega
status,
yali alina obulumi
did
bungi.
you find it prudent?
Afande,
or
have you
necessary
prepared
to
another
visit
outcome?
Butabika Hospital, since you are
That
part
is
of it,
not
come up
his.
with
That is not
information
his. It is
regarding
for the
him.
prosecution.
Much obliged, my lord.
My lord, at the onset, after the arrest of the accused,
First answer the question,
First answer
Afande.
his question, then you can give an explanation.
no, my lord.
Sa kirondoola kugenda ku ddwaliro lya
Afande,
Butabika
since you are in possession of
Okebera
statements about
ebikwata
his mental
ku
status,
bulamu bw'avunaanibwa.
did you find
So-
it prudent or necessary to visit Butabika Hospital and come up with information regarding him? Will I be right to say
My lord,
that you don't know that the justice of this
At the
case
onset-
demands so?
after the arrest of the accused,
First answer the question,
First answer
Afande.
his question, then you can give an explanation.
my lord, I am aware of that. No, my lord. And the accused was subsequently examined.
Sa kirondoola kugenda ku ddwaliro lya Butabika
Ekyo nkimanyi
kukebera ku bikwata
avunaanibwa
bulamu bw'avunaanibwa
era n'ebbaluwa
So,
z'abasawo zaali kweziri ku fayiro.
will I be right to say that you don't know that the justice of this case demands so? Afande,
My
pray you
Lord,
look
I
at
am
his
aware
plain
of that,
statement, if you know
and the
where it
accused
is.
was subsequently examined, and the medical report is on
Plain
record.
statement of the accused.
ekyo nkimanyi
Yes, my lord.
bulungi era avunaanibwa yeekebejjebwa era n'ebbaluwa z'abasawo
Yes.
kweziri ku fayiro.
Can you read the court the date on which you got it?
My Lord, the witness has not said that is the one that recorded the plain statement. That answer, with due respect, is inappropriate.
Afande.
This particular witness, my Lord.
Which answer?
I pray you look at
mean the
his
question,
plain
my lord.
The
statement, if
question
you know where
is,
it
he's
is.
an investigating officer. He's the one who assigned Atube to report. Plain statement of the accused. I don't
Yes,
think
my
it's
lord.
out of place for him to tell us what is on the plain statement that he requires.
Much obliged,
Yes.
my lord. Can you read the court the date on
Afande, are
which
you
you
there?
got it?
My Lord,
my
the
lord.
witness
Can you read court the date it
has
was
not
executed?
said that is the one that
Was
recorded the plain statement.
On 4th of April, 2026.
That answer, with due respect, is inappropriate.
Avunaanibwa yakola
This
statement
particular
ye
witness,
poliisi
my
nga
lord.
nnya
Which
omwezi
answer?
gw'okuna mwaka 2026.
I mean the question, my Lord.
The question is, he's an investigating officer. He's
Do
the
you
one who
remember
assigned Atube
That was taken
to
before the
report
doctor
a
on
plain
7th
statement.
April
I don't think it is out of
2026.
place for him to tell us what is on the plain statement.
Yes, my lord.
That
Era
he
nzijjukira
requires.
nti avunaanibwa
Much
yatwalibwa
obliged, my lord.
omusawo nga 7 omwezi ogwokuna omwaka 2026.
Afande, are you there?
Yes, my lord.
Can you read court the date it was extracted?
It was made
So, will I be right
On
to
4th
say
of
that the
April,
time he recorded the statement and
2026.
interacted with you?
avunaanibwa yakola
Nobody
statement
knew
ye
his
poliisi nga
health
4 omwezi
status.
ogwokuna omwaka 2026.
Especially the mental. And do you remember that it was taken before the doctor
My
on
lord.
7th April 2026?
Addressing the court.
Much
He's
obliged.
addressing
Yes,
the
my
court
lord.
and we
Era
are not
nzijjukira nti
allowing him to answer.
avunaanibwa yatwalibwa omusawo nga 7 omwezi ogwokuna omwaka 2026.
My lord, in practice, not every person
So,
whom we take a
will
statement
I be right
from
to say that the
that
time
we
he
first start
recorded
by
the
examining
statement and
them
interacted with
to
you,
ascertain
nobody
their
knew
status.
his health status?
okusinziira mu ngeri gye tukolamu si buli muntu akwatibwa nti
Especially
tusooka
the mental.
kumutwala kwekebejjebwa kola ya bwongo bwe nga tetundamugjawo statement
My lord,
So, will I
it
be
is
right? First
true.
answer the question, then you go.
He's addressing the court.
Much
He's
obliged.
addressing the court and
Examination.
you are not allowing him to answer.
Much obliged.
yes, as it is.
ekituufu avunaanibwa
My
yagibwako
lord,
statement nga tannaba kutwalibwa kwekebejjebwa
In practice, not every person whom we take a statement from, that we first start by examining them to ascertain their mental status.
okusinziira mu ngeri gye tukolamu si buli muntu akwatibwa nti tusooka kumutwala kwekebejjebwa kola ya bwongo bwe nga tetundamugjawo statement ye.
So it is true, his statement was taken before examination. Afterwards, did you discover that
Yes, as
the
it
suspect
is.
you are dealing with
ekituufu avunaanibwa yagibwako statement nga tannaba kutwalibwa kwekebejjebwa mu ddwaliro.
Yes,
oluvannyuma nakizuula nti avunaanibwa yalina endwadde ya nalubiri.
Afande, afterwards, did you discover that the suspect you are dealing with had sickle cell?
yes, I did. Yes,
oluvannyuma nakizuula nti avunaanibwa yalina endwadde
Will I
ya
be right
nalubiri.
to say that you came across a statement saying, I returned to Uganda because I was distressed mentally and physically? Afande, Did you read his charge and caution
I
statement?
do not recall that particular. Yes, I did. Phrase.
Would you wish to go there? Will I be right to say that you came across a statement on page 8 saying, I returned to Uganda because I was distressed mentally and physically?
My lord, again, I will seek for your indulgence.
I do not recall that
If
particular.
I understood counsel well, is
Phrase.
cross-examining on charge and caution statement, my lord.
Would you
He
wish
has
to
not
go
laid
there?
any background as to whether the witness understands is the recording officer
On page
and
8,
the extent of his involvement in that particular statement, my lord, that requires a well-elaborate process. My lord, again, I will seek for your indulgence to prove, if I understood counsel well, is cross-examining on charge and caution statement. My lord, the charge and caution statement, he has not laid any background, is evidence subject as to whether the witness understands and is the recording officer traversed, and the extent, not even in cross-examination, of his involvement, we believe, in that particular statement, my lord, that requires a well-elaborate process, is the recording officer. So we object to that line of cross-examination to prove its content. My lord, the charge and caution statement is evidence subject to formal proof and cannot be casually traversed.
Please do.
Not even in cross-examination,
my lord, when I was beginning to
except
ask him questions, he categorically
if it is
stated
established that the witness is the recording officer. So we object to that line of cross-examination.
2, before asking him that very question, he told me he read it. My lord, I wish to rejoin.
Sorry, you need to reply?
My lord,
Yes.
cross-examination, you can ask any question related to the My lord, when I was beginning to ask him questions, he categorically stated he's an IO. 2, before asking him that very question, he told